Have you ever felt?
Are you listening?
Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful teacher. Who are you? My name is Jose Roberto, and my team is conformed by Jimena, Gabriel, uh, Andrea, y Alex, and I. So we're going to talk about Chinese culture, and I'm going to talk about the Chinese culture. About so Chinese people take off their shoes before getting to their home, and that's why it's a tradition for Chinese since a lot of years ago to take off their shoes before they get into their home, because they say that when you spend more time in the outdoor while you are working, playing, training, etc., there are some odds to catch bad energy and bad luck, and all of these things are kept on your shoes. So, when you leave their shoes out of their home, the bad energy is left there. The second one is that they always drink tea. This is another tradition for them. For that reason, there are some important points. Why do people drink tea? The first one is that tea is used like a medicine and offering. The second one is that people nowadays is used to get energy. The third is that tea is mixed with water and sugar. And the last one is because people is used to it dissolve their meals.
China. China is a country in the east of Asia and the world's most populous country, with a population of around 1 billion, covering approximately 9 million square kilometers. It is the third or fourth largest country by total area. China emerged as one of the world's earliest civilizations in the fertile basin of the Yellow River in the North China Plain. For millennia, China's political system was based on hereditary monarchies or dynasties. Writing. The Chinese writing system consists of thousands of characters, pictograms, called in Chinese Hanzi hand characters, that have been used for at least 3,000 years as a written form of the Chinese language. The Chinese tradition attributes the invention of Chinese characters to the legendary character Kang Jin, minister of the mythical Yellow Emperor Huang Di, who would have invented the characters inspired by the traces of birds. The Chinese Wall. The Great Wall of China is a series of fortifications made of stone, bricks, earth, wood, and other materials, generally built along an east to west line across the historical northern border of China to protect the Chinese states and empires against the raids and invasion of the various nomadic groups. Several walls were being built as early as the 7th century before Christ. How tall is the Great Wall? The height of the Great Wall is 5 or 8 meters, 16 or 26 feet. It was designed to be at least 3 times the height of a man. Some of the wall was built along ridge, which make it look taller. The Great Wall was not just a wall, It was an integrated military defensive system with watchtower, fortresses for command, posts and logistics, beacon tower for communication, etc. In the Ming Dynasty, the Great Wall was reconstructed to be stronger and more sophisticated. Due to
China. This country was so exciting to visit about all the culture they have and all the people. And one of the most interesting things I think about China was the marriage, the when you go to the beach, what you need to use, and dragons. I think I think this was one of the most important icons of China. The first one was the love. When you meet someone, you fall in love and you say, "Oh, this is perfect. I have the love story every is right there need." But in China, when you get married, when you fall in love, normally you don't need to fall in love to marriage. You need only the family needs to buy it for say in one way. This country had a lot of kinds of weddings, but the most popular was that. Other weddings that when you fall in love, you get married with your boyfriend, and that's all. It's the same like the Oriental. Like in Mexico, the normal wedding was the the dress was a kind of different because you have a red dress and the boyfriend had wore a red costume like the photo, but the future wife had a lot of color, a lot of. The dress was so beautiful because it's so simple and it's red with other colors because the white doesn't you can't use it. It's impolite. In this photo, we have a mask. When you go to the beach, you need to use if you want to have your color of the skin like you love it. In this country, the white skin was so appreciated because it's significant in this country. It's like in other countries, for example, in Africa, the black skin was the normal. Everyone had, but the white people have a lot of rewards because they knew that white skin had a lucky man it's and they were killed.
Hi, I'm talking about for some rules of protocol in China. For example, since years the China people eat meat of dog. The majority of China people are the Buddhists, and the other percent of the people are the other religion with the name Taoists. Don't put leftovers in the bowl because it's a fault of respect, and only in the funerals you can put the sticks inside of the bowl. The majority of the China people eat some species in the meat, and he prevent any physical contact.
The Chinese alphabet stands off the beginning the different from the Western alphabet, but also for the others such as Cyrillic or Arabic. Signs in the base on the pictograms or ideograms. Characters that put in the common make the whole force work in the special context in the each moment. It is not simple language to learn. Far from it, but is the article we are going to give you some of the most important case to get know a little better. The philosophy of Chinese gastronomy. Any nutrition product that is not positioned in the considered individual and the therefore food in Asia. In this way, in China and Asia, foods that are uniquely in Asia and consumed by moral of culture prejudice. In the opposite direction, it also happens. China is the second largest country in the world by land area, 2007 after Russia, and is the third fourth by total area after Russia and Canada. Its form of government has been described as community socials, but also as authorization and cooperatives. The People's Republic of China is the one of the few socialist states remaining in the world. China was the largest producer in China became the third world manufacturer of the car, after the USA and Japan.